Good afternoon, teacher and classmates. Today, with my classmate Javiera Ormeño and me, Verónica González, we are going to present to you the human resources task based on our school, which is Escuela Básica Cristóbal Colón. To start with, we have to know the community of this school. This school is located in Cautín 327, Commune of Walpen. It has over 114 students enrolled, starting in transitional grade until 8th grade. The percentage of vulnerability is almost 67%, and the students were between Chilean and Venezuelan children. In the school, there are 21 teachers and 1 English teacher. During a regular semester, in every classroom there is a computer and a data to use during the class, and they also have a computer room and tablets to use if the teacher required. In case of distance education, they implemented online classes and they tried to give students possibilities to get connected. They give to the students the tablets they use and also computers.
Technological impacts in an in-person lesson and online lesson. First, in terms of planning, it can be carried out in the same way in face-to-face lessons and online lessons, since the teacher planned the classes through the computers. The only change is when it's come to carry out what is planned in an ideal way, since both are different instances. Then, in terms of motivation, it is true that it's always good for students to change the way in which activities are carried out, and with technological resources, new methodologies can be implemented. But this is easier when the lessons are face-to-face, since the teacher can make the class more interactive and at the same time notice if the students are doing the activity correctly and maintaining their concentration. On the other hand, for online lessons, it is more difficult to make the class interactive, since the students are at home, a place where anything can distract them, and as a consequence, they don't pay attention to the activity and lose motivation.
In terms of management, in online and in-person lessons, technological resources make it easier for teachers to plan classes, such as the course book, also the administration of material, to have a platform where students can review the classes and all the material is saved. On the other hand, in terms of assessments, for teachers and students it is much better than they are carried out in person, since if students take an online test, teachers have no way of ensuring that students have not copied as in-person lessons, and as a consequence, children would not be learning in the right way. In terms What the interview described to us during the online semester she did as her regular classes because the teacher originally works with dynamic PowerPoints and activities in which the students have to work by themselves. The teacher followed the curricular basis, applying her manner to teach them, but she declared that it was difficult to maintain a teacher-student approach and to really know if the students were learning properly the content provided.
How this has impacted the lessons. As we mentioned before, the interviewer stated that it was difficult for her to maintain the students' relationship effectively, since she could only see the students through a camera or sometimes only the picture of their students, since they only keep their microphones on. And the consequence of this it was that she was unable to make sure that her students understood the topic that she was teaching, and at the same time she was also unable to make sure if the students were doing the activity in a correct way. In addition, most of the classes she thought were to courses of young children who were easily distracted in the interview could not control these situations.
But as a teacher, it is important that we have to know how to use different sources of technology to make sure our environment more dynamic inside the classroom, also to find didactic materials, different ways to learn and teach the students. In addition, we can find a different method of evaluation, or to summarize classes, or to close the class between others.
Reflection in context of COVID-19. In the adoption of information during COVID-19 in online classes, it was important to not bombard the students with a lot of information, material, or task. Instead of find ways to make it easier, such as group work, the use of videos, platforms, and exercise to practice. Nowadays, in face-to-face classes, it is important to maintain group work and keeping the professional measures.